last entry in our 3-hour food extravaganza. We have 2 ship dates to choose from for this, the week of November 14th or December 5th. And the price for this 10-piece individually wrapped apple assortment is $36.40. It's one of the most affordable items in the whole 3-hour show. M52122. And don't forget that your shipping and handling is free. I think this is such a festive assortment. And we have Lori Shore joining us, who's been bringing Mrs. Prindables to QVC for years. Hello, my
Hey, Sharon.
Nice to see you.
It's fun to be here.
I remember seeing this right before the show started, how they actually turned out, because I have to be perfectly honest. Our buyers said, we want to do something special for this gourmet holiday show coming up on the 25th of August, just a couple of weeks ago. And they said, can you do something fun and different for us? This turned out so adorable.
Have you ever had that experience where you're creating something or kind of, designing something and it just all comes together exactly?
This
and
is
I feel
beautiful.
Like it did. So this is 10 individually wrapped, wow, gourmet gifts. The apples come like this. We give you the gift tag that you can add to it, self-adhesive. We took all of those apples, though, out of their wrapping so that you could see them up close. And these flavors are fun. Let's start at the top. I love the top one because this is a classic, simple, but such a sweet combination of flavors. If you come in close, you're going to get a sense of how pretty and festive it is, too. So we start with those apples grown in the U.S. They're sent straight to our Mrs. Prindables kitchen. Right before they ship out to you, that's when we dunk them in the homemade caramel. The top 3 apples of the 10 are covered with roasted peanuts. And do you see those festive, fun sprinkles? Red, green, white sprinkles, just kind of decked up for the holiday, but simple caramel, peanuts, apples, so good. The next 4 apples, and your total of 10, is our dark chocolate peanut butter apples. And it's just like it says. Oh, it's so, so good. So you've got the caramel, you have the dark chocolate chips, and you have the peanut butter chips. And at the very bottom, another one that's decked out for the holidays, and it's so pretty. It's our chocolate toffee apples, but when you get in close, you're going to see the light brown toffee pieces.
Look at this.
The milk chocolate chips, and then do you see those snowflake sprinkles?
Love
it's just
it.
Wintry and fun. It can be for Christmas, but it can be for any celebration during the holidays.
By the way, I need to hold this for a moment,
please.
because I need to tell you at home, when you take a look at this little bag right here, this is $3.64. Boom, gift, done. The label is already on there. You don't need to go out and buy a separate card, buy anything else that's individual. $3.64 a piece for gourmet caramel, for gourmet toppings, for orchard fresh apples. I mean, that's really at the heart of this. And take a look at that. May I ask, I know sometimes there's a different selection of apples that's chosen.
Right. Oh, exactly. So in this case, we're working with Mother Nature. She can be a little bit fickle. So our whole goal is to get the best tangy, sweet apples we can. Usually they're Granny Smith, like in this case here, but we may turn to an Empire apple or another kind as well for that tangy, sweet, crisp, juicy consistency. Thanks for asking.
Of course, and look at this. So you get the crispness of the apple that's also a little bit tart, obviously juicy. And the caramel has to be just right. That's what you guys are really known for.
And that's why we have our copper pot out here to show you. We use a copper pot because we monitor our caramel to 1/10 of 1 degree. That's how specific we have to be on the heat and the super fresh ingredients. And it's our made from scratch caramel that we're so proud of. And that's what kind of blankets the apple and allows it to kind of hold on to all that thick, gorgeous, rich toppings.
You can attempt to do this at home. It never turns out the way Mrs. Prindables does it, because they're so generous with their toppings. You can actually barely see the caramel through it.
Isn't that great?
It's so evenly coated on the outside, and I love in the packaging, each one has like a little nest that it sits in.
It's true. We want to make sure they arrive in the perfect condition. And we love showing you this box, too, to remind you, if you've got a whole family or a business, maybe your pediatrician's office or whatnot, that you want to send a bunch of apples to, that you know the men and the women are going to like equally and the adults and kids are going to love, this is what you'll get.
Love the labels.
Also, exactly, if it's 10 individual gifts, we've got more than enough labels, and you've got 10 wrapped apples, gourmet gifts ready to give.
Beautifully packaged, so you decide how you want to give these out. Over 1,000 are already ordered. Your sale price, that's so spectacular, $36.40 for 10 individual gifts. That price will be expiring at the end of the day, at the end of our Countdown to Christmas event. Your shipping and handling is free, and this is one of the most affordable assortments that we have, not only in our gourmet holiday show today, but one of the most affordable assortments, bar none, that we currently have from Mrs. Prindables.
It's so true. I mean, I love it that when we can get it so affordable, like you said, to get it at your door with everything that you need for 10 gifts for such a great, great price and not compromise on the super flavor. Remember, this is one of the 3 flavors that you get in your 10 apples, and that's the dark chocolate peanut butter cup.
Love.
Come on. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just so
it's
good.
absolute taste
Combined
perfection.
with the caramel. I mean, the peanut butter cup that you normally get, that I love as is, doesn't have the caramel. Just add that
Right.
caramel and the apple.
Well, I think the caramel is also a good balance for the depth of the dark chocolate. So we're
like
balancing
that.
our richness and our sweetness. But you know, I've always been a huge fan of the sprinkles. I've always loved the ones that you did in the past, and I would buy them every year that was all sprinkles because I loved the texture and that little bit of that extra crunch that the sprinkles offered. But in this case, it's a marriage of sprinkles and chopped peanuts. So it makes it festive looking with a whole different aspect. And I think my favorite probably has to be the snowflake one because it's just so original and different and adorable.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. It really came together. I mean, those flavors that so many people are going to love, and that great affordability as well. We went ahead and put all 10 apples in one basket just to give you a sense of this is at your door, let's say, and
Holiday
you're handing them out.
party.
Holiday parties. This is the favors they go. If you're just taking them from desk to desk at work or classroom to classroom at the school, I mean, what a great way to take care of all those people who bless us and then just kind of give them a gourmet treat during the holidays.
I agree, and I need to let you know this assortment is new. Over 1,800 sets have already been pre-ordered, and we have 2 ship dates, November 14th or December 5th. And if you want this in November, fewer than 400 remain. Only about 1,200 remain in that December ship date, and that is it. And this is the first time you're laying your eyes on this particular assortment. I've never seen one quite like it, I think, because of the sprinkles with the snowflakes and the colors. This one looks particularly festive.
Doesn't it really? And it does, and while maintaining those classic flavors that we love. And this is one of the ones that you mentioned, Sharon, because it has all those great sprinkles that look like the holidays that we love, and then just roasted peanuts, all in that, you know, our famous melt in your mouth caramel with that crispness and juiciness at the center. So who wouldn't really love this? I mean,
my question for you is,
tell
with
me.
less than a minute to go,
Oh, good.
we start with produce here. So when we get them at home, how do we care for this and how long will they last?
Good question. And how about if I tell you about that and go through the flavors at the same time?
Sure.
Do you want me to? We're moms. We can
Multitask, honey.
Fresh produce. So all 10 of these apples that you see right here are U.S. grown apples. You go ahead and put them in the fridge right when you get them at home. Keep them there until you plan to enjoy them. Take them out of the fridge about 45 minutes before you want to cut into them because you want the toppings room temperature. 3 flavors. The one that you see right there is the snowflake. That's a combination of milk chocolate and toffee pieces. We're going to slide on over to the peanut one that's still wrapped to the left there. That's the peanuts.
With the red and green and white
with the
sprinkles?
red, yes, exactly. I thought we were going to slide. Oh, there we go. Oh, I love it. And then last but not least is the dark chocolate peanut butter cup, peanut butter chips, and dark chocolate
We
chips.
adore you. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you so
Hugs
much,
to you.
Sharon.
Mwah. Stay where you are. Oh my gosh. Because Mrs. Prindables popular, but the My Grandma's Coffee Cake just flew right out the door. This has been such a fabulous 3-hour food
hasn't
show.
it?
We get the good stuff.